Hello and welcome back to NPP. Today I want to discuss alone versus loneliness. There's a big difference between this. Being alone is just a state. You're in the house by yourself because your family went to a baseball game, or you're at work working overtime and you're the only one in the building. That's being alone. Loneliness, on the other hand, is feeling alone, feeling like you're not connected to others, feeling like you're lacking in social contacts. You're always craving more and more. You're wanting more because you're trying to fill an empty void within your deeper self. Because loneliness is ultimately about you versus others and about you versus your deeper you. Let me explain. When I say you versus others, I mean the quality of the relationships that you have with other people. Sometimes this quality is diminished because of your lack of communication. This can cause loneliness because you cannot have the appropriate or healthy connections with other people. In other words, you will push people away, and this will cause loneliness. You versus you, on the other hand, for one, should never feel loneliness. You should never feel alone within yourself because you should always be there to back yourself up. Now, when we talk about you and the deeper you and the loneliness that comes with that, we have to understand that the loneliness that you feel deep inside of you, it's because of the inner dissociation, being cut off from one's own source of deep motivation, of deep commitment to yourself. This type of loneliness is one's feeling of their life not really being meaningful. They're not giving their all to themselves and uplifting themselves. So let's try a little exercise. Try to imagine being very, very lonely. Both ends. You versus others and you versus the deeper you. If you taken both of these into consideration, being very, very lonely is going to be you have no social contacts, you have no one around you have no life, basically, as far as social. And you, and the deeper you feel you have no self-worth. You're at a low point in your life. You feel like nothing is meaningful that you do. You feel discouraged and you feel like the connection that you should have with you is broken. You're feeling all of this loneliness. What do you think having a deeply meaningful purpose would do to that loneliness? And not just a deep, meaningful purpose for yourself, but for others. What do you think that's going to do for your loneliness? Do you think that's going to fill you up? That's exactly what it's going to do. You have to think about it in the sense of you having good connections with yourself that you can outsource to others. This is one of the big keys to fulfilling loneliness, to get rid of the lonely feeling you have within yourself. Because everything always starts with yourself. Everything. You cannot outsource your energy, your time, your commitment, anything to others unless you have all of that for yourself. Now, you can talk as much as you want to, you can do actions as much as you want to, but you cannot outsource the energy that other people need. And this goes with anything, it's not just loneliness, it's anything. This is why we focus on self help, self motivation, self determination, self control, self. It may seem like you're being selfish, but that's okay because when you're finding yourself, you have to be selfish. There's no other way to do it. And it's okay to be selfish to a point. Never think about yourself, and you're always thinking about others and what others feel about you, what others think about you, what others are going to do for you. Anything that has to do with others, you're going to continue to feel lonely, depressed, feel your self worth is diminishing. We have to think like we want others to think about ourselves. Like we want others to think about ourselves, not what others actually may think about us. So keep that in mind. I did want to just go ahead and post this. Somebody asked me to do a little short video on this, so I'm fulfilling their wish there. I will be doing more little videos until everything gets here for me to do the big ones and go live. I do thank you so much for visiting, for watching. Please subscribe so you can get all the details of when I post more. And see you next time.